Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Tara Tarot and I will be doing your June 15th to June 30th reading. This reading will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Risings, and as I have last time, I had shuffled the cards before and we will be able to jump right into that reading. Following this reading, I will be doing monthly readings for your signs, so it will be your Aquarius reading, for instance, will be July 1st to August 1st for the next one. But I had finished your last readings around mid-month, so I wanted to finish out the month for you guys because I know I told you guys for a few months I was trying to get started and I really didn't get to finish much. So now we want to make sure that we're on time and we're on a schedule. Okay. Diving in, I will get right to this then. So for the next 2 weeks, I asked the first question I asked was, if I can get a card for a theme for the next 2 weeks. So the card that came out for that was the Lovers. So when I see the Lovers, there's two things that I think. So the Lovers represents, of course, it could be a romantic relationship. This could be a divine counterpart. This could be a twin flame. This could be a soulmate. This could be that this emphasis is around this getting together. This emphasis for this next 2 weeks could be revolving around a relationship in your life. Now, it could also mean that there is a hard decision because the Lovers also represents the masculine and the feminine, right? And within us, we have both feminine and masculine. However, we usually have a dominant energy. So a lot of females usually have feminine dominant, but that doesn't always necessarily mean it to be true. It's just an energy, which is like passive and active energy, So it could mean that you have a hard choice because you're balancing these two out and you're trying to, make this hard choice between something that your heart wants and your mind doesn't, or vice versa. So this was the first card that had come up. Another thing is the Lovers card is representative of Gemini. Gemini is it's mutable energy, right? So it's something that can change. So this could be, changing energy, things that conform to the things around them. This could also revolve around, Geminis are communicators. So this could be revolving around communication. Now, we'll get further into the reading and we'll probably have a little bit more information, but I think there is an emphasis around either a romantic relationship or a hard choice you need to make between something your heart wants and your mind doesn't, or vice versa. Now, something unexpected that will arise. The card that came out for that was the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, I always think, because it means cycles, right? So it's the cycles of life. It's the ups and the downs. It's the things that keep coming up. So let's just say, for an instance, right, that we have this relationship. And this relationship is on again, off again. Things constantly occurring or, and it doesn't even necessarily mean it's totally off. Maybe it's just good, it's bad, right? So something unexpected coming up is, I feel like, something that you've been dealing with, either with this person, either with a Gemini, either with a romantic partner, or either something, or the other thing, because this is a general reading, is that it's a cycle within yourself that keeps coming up. So if you're afraid of confrontation and conflict keeps finding you, then here it is, something unexpected, something you thought that you were over, something you thought that wouldn't keep coming up is coming up to show itself again. And why? Because we need to break the cycle. The whole thing of this card is this is a cycle that we're in. How are we going to break the chain? We're going to find that out now. So there's something unexpected that's going to come up, and it's a cycle that you've been dealing with, and it's coming up again for you guys. Now, the next card that came up was I asked how you guys can stay grounded and balanced during this, and the card that came out was the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is, I don't like that. Oh, whatever. Sorry. The Knight of Wands is someone who's very passionate and driven, and, he has not all of the wisdom behind him to do what he needs to do, but he has the passion and the drive to. And I feel like you'll feel grounded by moving. You'll feel grounded by it. This could also be representative of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, so you could have any of those signs in your life that could help you feel grounded and balanced because you are a masculine sign, so you like other masculine signs. They really help you feel at peace, and like you're someone who likes friendships and people to talk to you, and like really passionate, intense people, and I really feel like there's someone like that can help you in your life. Or this could be you staying grounded and balanced because you're really going after your passions and your desires, and you don't really care like what it is that anyone thinks, or you are just going after it. You can really feel grounded by being in this active energy, not by being passive and waiting for things to happen. You can feel grounded by moving, by doing. The next card that came out was an important emotion that you'll feel. The card that came out is the Ten of Swords. Now, when I see the Ten of Swords, I always think somebody is losing, leaving, or changing a job. Now, if you guys remember, last reading, so last month, the mid-May to mid-June, you guys were getting a promotion, or you guys were getting like new influx of money come in, or a change in your living space, something that was really upgrading your life. And now for some reason something is really causing you a lot of pain and suffering, and I think you're getting at a point where you want that to end. And I feel with the Ten of Swords, because like I said, it a lot of times to me means losing, leaving, or changing a job. I do feel like it's not necessarily the thing where I feel like you're going to lose your job. I do feel like you might want to leave it. There might be strong emotions of you feeling like it's more than you can take, it's more than you can really deal with, and you just kind of want to go. And that could be the hard choice. The hard choice could be that you're in a position in your job, or you keep taking on jobs with things that you're not really driven towards, that you're not really passionate about. And that might be what's driving you, is you might be feeling like, you know, this isn't what I want to do. I really want to go after what I want to do now. And it could be amplified because of the fact that you don't feel like you want to do this anymore. This is too much. These strong emotions are coming up because you don't want to be in this position any longer. And again, Ten of Swords, like I said, it could be job, and a lot of times I mostly think job, so I'm going to just keep saying it with that. But it could also be, if this is around a relationship, you could be wanting to leave this relationship. You could be wanting to look outside of it. Now, another card, the next thing I asked was something that could inspire you. The card that came out was the Hanged Man. So, the Hanged Man is about after death, right? After there's this change. You're no longer the same you were. You're put in a position where you're literally hung upside down. There's not really much movement that you can make. So why are you inspired by this? Because you want to move, right? I told you to stay grounded and to stay balanced, you have to move. So why is this going to inspire you? I think you're going to feel inspired by the fact that I think it's less about like not being able to move and more about feeling inspired by the fact that things are going to happen around you that aren't totally in your control. I think that you're going to have this driven desire to go do things. However, you might feel, oh wait, this is the 12. I'm sorry, this is before death. So actually you're feeling like stuck before the change. I said after, and that was wrong. The Temperance card is after that. So that's why I was like, why am I confused by like what I'm saying? So this again is 12 is also in numerology a 3. So it's all about like creative. You're trying to find creative ways. You're thinking yourself outside of this box. So I think you're going to feel inspired because you're going to feel like you really want to get going. And you're put in this position where it seems like you can't make movement. It seems like you can't get forward. But you're going to feel inspired because you're going to think of creative ways to get out of the situation that you're in. The situation that is not serving you any longer, you are going to find a way to get out of it. Now, around this, we also see like he's speaking to, it looks like little angels or spirits or something. So I do feel like though you might feel stuck or like no movement, no physical movement might look like it's occurring, just remember that right after the Hanged Man is the Death card. So right after this position, everything's going to change. And that's what follows it. So you're going to feel inspired by the fact that you're going to be able to think of creative new ideas to get yourself out of where you are. And it's because you're put in this position. You're backed up. So you're going to be thinking about how it is that you can change things. And you guys, as Aquarians, are all about thought. That's why you guys put so much emphasis on communication. And now it seems like maybe you weren't able to have that communication or do that, and you might feel that way, but you're going to think of new ways out of it. And being backed up into this corner is really actually going to push you and inspire you to get things going.
The next card I asked was how your spirit guides are going to speak to you. The Eight of Cups is what came out for that. So I feel like your spirit guides are going to nudge you to move on from something that's no longer serving you, to move on from something that's hurt you before, to walk away from the emotions that might seem like too much for you to deal with. If you see she's like searching for the bottom, searching for a meaning, searching for something to fill her cup, searching for something to make her feel whole, and all the while all these other cups are dispersing, right? So all of these other things that she had filled with water at one point, though they are in the water, they're falling. Are they filled? Not sure. But she's trying to make sure that she's going to come up with this filled cup. Regardless from what she's searching for, she's going to do that. So your spirit guides, I really think at this time, are going to speak to you in a way that's going to make you understand how you are spiritually connected to other people or other things. They're going to make you feel like you need to move on from the things that aren't serving you, and they're going to make you feel really like soul searching. They're going to make you feel like you need to really search for what it is that makes you feel whole. And this inspiration that you're going to feel by getting these like creative ideas to get out of this situation are going to come to you because your spirit guides are going to nudge you in a certain direction. They're going to give you the synchronicities to tell you like, oh, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be at this job. You're not supposed to be in this relationship. You're not supposed to be getting involved in this cycle that doesn't serve you any longer. You have to be driven, and you have to show yourself that you are going to get out of this situation. You don't like it? Get out. You don't like it? Find a way. And they're going to tell you that because you're not going to feel complete, and they're going to emphasize that to you because they're going to show you that in dreams. They're going to show you that through synchronicities. And that, though it might be like, oh no, I'm going to feel upset. Yes and no. You don't like to sit in your emotions, right? You guys, I'm not saying that you're not emotional, but you don't like to sit in them. So if you don't like to sit in your emotions, then they're going to give them to you in a way where you're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay, I'm going to move on. How do I move on from it? I'm going to think of new ways. Now, how you can best support yourself, the card that came out was the Three of Cups. So I think with this card, it speaks about celebration and friendship. So I think that you can best support yourself by communicating with other people, by really expanding your networks in whatever driving force you want to be. Though there might be this relationship that is emphasized, I think you're going to feel grounded by having friends to talk to, by being around other people, by celebrating, by, really like just talking and connecting with other people, because this is also about your emotions. So I think you're going to have like deep connections with friendships and creative insights, and other people are going to give you creative ideas, and I think that's going to really help you feel balanced, and it's going to help support you, because I think you're going to need these people. And like I said earlier, Aquarians are, they're all about like friendships and acquaintances and making connections. So I think you really need that. And I think it's telling me that so that I can tell you, don't isolate yourself. Some signs this period, I'm saying, stay alone, be alone. Capricorns right now, they're kind of, not that they're really going through it. I think they're doing new things, but I told them, be by yourself. Spend a lot of time by yourself. Think about things that you need to do. This is more like, I think that you're going to find ways to get through the problems that you're in, find new directions, find, opportunities to change direction by communicating with your friends. Your friends are really going to be your support system at this time. And the bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. So the bottom of the deck usually, to me, represents like a secret message that they're trying to give to you. And with the Judgment card, it's you're being called towards something that serves your greatest good. You're being called towards something that is going to inspire you, something that is going to change your life. It is your calling in life. You are being called towards your calling. Are you going to answer? Because if you don't, they are going to find a way to make it emphasize, because you're going to need to change, right? To fully become the person that you need to be, to go towards your calling in life, you're going to need to change to be the most positive you can be.
So with this at the bottom of the deck, I think that a lot of opportunities and new things are coming up for you. And you might be called to leave situations you're in to do what is meant for you. And if that's a person, to be with a person that you need to be with, then so be it. But I think for a lot of you, it will be about a job, a career change, or, you know, a calling to do something that you're more passionate about, to help other people. You are Aquarians. You like to be doing a job that you feel fulfillment from. So that being said, I do feel like a lot of you are going to try to find ways to move your job. It might not actually occur during these 2 weeks, but it is being emphasized because that hard choice is going to come up. If you want to break the cycle, and if you want to make sure that that happens before retrograde on July 7th, Mercury, by the way, then I really suggest that. All right, guys, so that is your reading for this, the rest of this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys July 1st. Thank you. Bye.